Welcome back, and now we are set to interview our final head coach for today's show, and it is none other than the head men's and women's tennis coach, Jeff Bramlett. You know, Coach Bramlett, last week we were getting ready to have a nice match on the road against Austin College. Then, unfortunately, tennis is not an indoor sport for the most part, as the weather came down. So just talk about kind of dealing with the fact that, well, you didn't have a match, but also just talk about, you know, what went down during the week.
Well, as you know, it rained again, so it got canceled. Then we moved the match to UT Dallas for Sunday afternoon, and Austin College has a policy: if we don't have a trainer available, which they were not able to secure, then they cannot play at a neutral site. And so until tennis passes a rule where you can just put a helmet on, elbow pads, knee pads, go out there and play in the rain, and then we were not able to play the match. But we've been staying busy. We've been doing a lot of singles challenge matches, doubles challenge matches. Coach Pappas has been keeping them busy in the weight room. So they've been doing plenty. But we'll find out this weekend. We're playing 3 nationally ranked teams, and we'll find out if they've been getting enough practice or not.
Definitely, Coach. And one of the things that I was just kind of wondering is that for your team, how does that change the mindset when you're expected to play in a meet, you're expected to compete that weekend, and all of a sudden the meet gets canceled? How does that kind of, change you mentally?
It's pretty hard to stay sharp. You feel like you're trying to gear the practices as though you have a match, and you're trying to stay mentally sharp, and you're trying to gear down towards the end of the week and trying to cut down on the conditioning and that sort of thing. The kids are getting psyched for the match. They're trying to make preparations, trying to let their parents know when the match is going to be and that sort of thing, and making plans to be there that weekend, and then you have to cancel. And in this case, it was our second weekend. We'd already rescheduled it for that weekend. The players on the team had canceled plans that they had that weekend to be available to play, and it's just very frustrating. And this one got canceled. I guess at the beginning of practice on Friday, we got the call from Austin College that they would not be able to play the match. So it's frustrating because you can play each other all you want, but it's not the same. You can't simulate what an actual match is like. You've got to be playing the matches really to get your game to the next level, and it gets old. It gets old playing against each other. We're ready for some fresh meat. We need to play somebody else. And like I say, this weekend is going to be a big test for us with 3 nationally ranked teams. So we'll find out actually how good we are here in relatively soon.
Definitely. Looking at the schedule, you've got the Redlands and then Claremont Mudscripts, a team that you happened to face at the NCAA tournament last year. So obviously, the run by the women's team to reach the NCAA tournament has gotten you some national recognition as well, because you're already facing some top quality competition. You already took on Dallas Baptist, even though they're a Division II program, but now you're taking on 3 really nationally ranked teams, like you said. Just talk about having them on your schedule and what it does to your program as far as for future seasons here.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of high-level teams that are wanting to play us now. I think in the last interview I mentioned we're getting. The Air Force Academy is wanting to play us. Abilene Christian has contacted us about playing, but we're getting some highly nationally ranked Division III teams that are wanting to play us. We looked at making a trip out to California this year. We almost took a trip out to Oregon. Instead, we scheduled a trip out to the USTA National Training Center out in Orlando. But we've got Mudscripts that we are playing. They were ranked number 1 in the country last year when we played them, and you couldn't tell by the score, but we had several competitive matches with them before we lost. We were down 3-0 in the doubles. We almost won that number 1 girls doubles. We had a close match at number 3 girls doubles. Kelly was winning at number 6 girls singles. We had a match we felt like we could have turned around at 1 girls singles, 3 girls singles. If we'd won any one of those matches, it maybe could have been a different story. And they were all saying they were wanting to go back, have a rematch with that team. So because of the success we had and winning that first round match against the 23 ranked team in the first round. We got several of these teams that are wanting to play us. Of course, we got Southwestern that we always play. We got Redlands that's coming down to play us, and teams that are actually coming to Texas to play us now. So it's really upped our schedule quite a bit. So hopefully we'll keep producing and keep doing well and continue that, and these teams will continue wanting to play us.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you this weekend. You got 3 good matches as well, technically 4 because the men's team only plays 1. But we will be right back where Mark and I will have our final thoughts on this show in just a moment.